Well, hello, folks. How are you? As some of you can see, I'm wearing my favorite sweater. Still smells like one of my favorite people. It is my birthday. Yeah, it's my birthday. As you see, I'm still in my RV in my trailer home in Canada. I plan to go back middle of August, August 21st, or maybe as late as December 1st. It depends. I want the cheapest ticket possible. I don't care how long the layovers are. But I have a lot of luggage this time because I'm bringing tools back with me. Not crazy amounts. I'm bringing 20 bags, but I'm going to have 3 bags. Which is still a lot more than I normally have. So this way, when I'm back, I can do handyman chores, things like that. Because I used to meet a lot of expats over there who buy these houses that are just run down, and then they get hosed using local talent to fix things up, and they don't really do anything to code or to spec. They don't really have the backgrounds required to do it right. So I brought my electrical gear because I'm like an electrician. I brought some plumbing tools because I do a lot of plumbing more than I see over there. And there's things that I could have used while I was there, and I just didn't have them with me. So, and they're small. So I thought, when I go home, I'm going to gather those tools up. I'm bringing them back with me. So, and when I say go home, this is not my home anymore. Last birthday, I was alone because I was new in the Philippines-ish, a few months only. And I was down in Jensen. I went to Jensen for my birthday because my nickname, for those who know me from the old channel, is Tuna. And Jensen's the tuna capital of the Philippines. So it was a really fun play on words for me to go there and check it out. And I admit, like the first day I got there, I got dropped off my hotel by a driver, and I walked from my hotel up in Yaming all the way down to the shoreline to Queen Tuna Park, thinking it was going to be this majestic, beautiful park because it's right on the ocean, and it was just a dump. Right, it was so gross, and that's the one place I swam later on, many months later, when drunk. That gave me massive body rash. Right, so it is what it is. It is what it is. I was disillusioned, but I did stay in Jensen because everything else about Jensen rocked, other than not having a place to swim. So cheap to live, great people. Even though the bar didn't make a lot of money, it was a possibility. It wasn't even a possibility in places like Cebu or Manila. And I did get some email bag from a guy, Bill. He said use his name, so I did. There, here's your shout out, Bill. Um, about him hunting. He's like, well, he put a post on one of the various blogs about how he wanted to find a woman and which website is the best to find online. And I and dozens of others all said the exact same thing. None. They're all full of scammers just looking for suckers. There's no point in hunting online for a beautiful Filipina who will be loyal and good to meet you when you get off the plane at the airport. That's just craziness. Don't ever do that. What you want to do is you want to just land. Just go. And you don't want to meet anybody at the airport. I've said that 100 times in other blogs here, so I know you guys know my opinion on that. And you don't want to just have one option if you are shopping online. You want to have like 10, because 5 of them are fakes, guaranteed. Even if you video chat with them, they're still living in some remote province. They're married. They hustle 10 or 15 expats a day. And let me just get rid of that. Sorry. And what they do is you're just the money. You're just a sucker they're getting money from, right? So they're never going to actually meet you. So I say, let's go back to the original part of the statement: is just go. Just go to the Philippines. Land in, I would say, Cebu over Manila. Manila's got way too many other expats, all throwing around money, and the girls are really, really well used. I mean, they're almost professional at this stage. Go land in Cebu. It's a better airport to land in, anyways. It's easier to get around in. The customs are friendlier. The immigration bureau people are fantastic everywhere, of course, but Cebu, they just seem to be a little more relaxed. So, and then stay there. Stay in Cebu. I stay at the Red Dragon Inn. Or sorry, not Red Dragon. Dragon Home Inn. Or, as much as it's a bit of a dive, All Sons, Allson. It does have really good room service, at least, so you can eat right in the hotel. So if you don't want to walk anywhere, it's raining, it's crappy, you're tired, you're hungover, pick up a phone. Hey, bring me food, and they do. So, and they're both very cheap. And they're clean enough, right? You don't need to be at a 5-star. Like, these Filipina girls will go to almost any hotel you take them to. Now, at the same sense, these are $17 and $13 Canadians, like $10 a day American hotels, and they're right in Cebu, and they're really close to the mall, and they're close to the quote-unquote red light street, so you can have everything you want when you first arrive for a new guy just checking out the scene, trying to meet a girl. Now, Cebu is harder, say, than Gensan, or any of the provinces for sure, because there's a lot of foreigners there too. But that's not what this blog's about. But my simple answer to anybody who's saying, how can I meet someone over there? Get on a plane. That's simple, right? You got nothing to lose, everything to gain. Now, saying that comes back to my original point. I was new in town in Gensan, literally only a few days, and I didn't know anybody, and I spent my last birthday alone. I went to a buffet where the buffet staff sang and danced and stuff. Maybe I'll load that video up. And the meal was okay. And then I went to Ultimate, which people know I'm a big fan of. That place is owned by a guy from the UK. Great guy. He built the building. And it caters to a lot of different lifestyles. I'm not into everything that's in the Ultimate. I'm 100% only into women. But if you want to explore, there's lots of different things in there. There's women for sure, but there's also, other kinds. So it is what it is. But I just drank there, got shit faced. Probably took a trike back to my hotel. I doubt I walked it that night. But I was alone. So this year I thought, well, my birthday has always been a big celebration. I mean, over the last maybe 5 or 6 years, Tuna Fest, as we call my birthday, because it's May 24 weekend, has not been the huge spectacle it used to be, like with concerts and I found a bar, I do a huge event that night, and most of the people would be there for the band and the booze. They wouldn't even know it was my birthday, but it was still a great event. Some would know. I'd invite some family or whatnot, but friends mostly. This year, now that I've been gone, and I'm back in Canada, and I'll probably be back every May, but the reality is I think that will have to be maybe pre-planned, where May is my birthday party / hey, I'm back for the summer, come and hang out with me, for people who are interested. But this year, nobody. I have friends from the West who came out, didn't bother to come say hi. Friends in the North, who just buggered back up to live in isolation when they were really close by for a while. And then the rest of them, they're not, I don't want to say they're not friends, but we've grown so far apart, we don't have anything in common. They have their own issues, and some of them it's drug issues, and I don't partake. So, yeah, it's, I'm going to be doing the birthday by myself, probably at the farm, and it's been raining, so I can't even have a bonfire. So I'm going to break my no smoking thing. I'm going to buy a pre-roll, and I'm going to buy a little case of beer and just enjoy myself. Maybe watch some YouTube or whatever. I mean, it's lame for sure for a birthday, but it's not a major birthday. It's not any special, centennial year or decadal or anything like that. So, meh, whatever. And I'm hoping, I didn't want to go into the wilderness because I could have went to a cottage, but I wouldn't have had signal. And I'm waiting to hear from people over in the Philippines on important information. I just love smelling that sweater and that girl. So anyways, and I did get screwed over by immigration to trying to bring over a few workers. They were all like, no. And they gave crap reasons, like literally crap reasons. One of them was just coming over on a tourist visa, and they were like, well, you don't have enough family outside of Canada. All of her family is outside of Canada. And they were like, we don't think you're going back. Yet I paid for a return ticket. That's $600 wasted. I'll get some of it back as credits towards a future flight. But what a scam. And that's the Canadian government. Let me put that out there. Now, you all know how I feel about that, especially folks who know me from the other channel. So, won't get into that here. It's a birthday posting. So, no, I'm settled into the new RV, as you can see in the background, and it's much nicer. I've been playing D&D a lot with some of the kids. I did have an old friend come down and play for a bit. I've been working on scripts. I've got season 2 done, at least the preliminary rough draft. Now I got to fill in all the blocking and the staging directions and update the dialogues per scene. But I got what the contractee wanted done before the due date of the end of the month. So that's good. And now I'm working on the scripts for season 3 because I do have the 3-season deal and I want to make sure they know exactly what they're getting into. Because I think that by the time they read the end of season 3, they're going to be saying, yeah, we want to see what 4 and 5 will look like. Because I've got those almost ready too. So it's one of these things where I would really like to see all that go well, but I am being productive over here. The little garden center job didn't work out. So I'm technically not making any money. I'm just selling off my goods. And I haven't been able to blog much or be online because I just haven't had internet capacity because of the rain and the quiet. So I just got to the point where I was just working offline because that's all I really can do. So happy birthday to me. Feel free to send me more mail in the mailbag. There was a couple other mailbag items, but I've already addressed those in other blogs. So I just replied back to them. Watch that episode. I mean, and I know some of the older episodes, like my last posting, are a little hard to watch because the choppiness or the I'm showing just where I'm walking as I walk to work or whatever. Get over that. Leave it on in the background. Just hear the voice. It's really, for those videos in particular, maybe one day, like I said, I'll redo them as animated shorts. Or I'll just wipe out the video that's there so it's just audio and I'll replace it with new, randomized, but still in the same location videos showing what it looks like over there. Part of what my blog is for, much like Sunshine Shoulders or some of the other guys that do really good, like boots on the ground blogging, I'm just trying to share what it's really like. None of the glamour, none of the hype about how it's, the perfect place. It's definitely not. But it's better than North America. That's all I gotta say. It's better than North America. So, if you're looking for freedom, if you're looking for economic living with dignity on a tiny pension, if you're looking to enjoy your last mobile years of life, because a lot of guys, when they go over there, they're already so old that, I mean, you only got a few more good years left. I didn't do that. I went over my mid-40s, and best thing ever, because I'm still healthy enough to do stuff over there and enjoy it and rebuild. And as you see, I'm back in Canada for a short stay. So, and as per my other blogs, I do plan to come back every May. Now, do I come back in time to get Mother's Day in and then do my birthday here? Or do I come back after my birthday so I can do birthdays with my friends in the Philippines? Because I do miss all you guys, the ones that I hang out with in Jensen. Especially some of the poor tortured souls where I was their only relief from their crazy Filipina. So I do look forward to going back, and I have decided that I will definitely go back to Gensan, even if it's just for like 5-6 months, and give it another try. This time I'm going back with money, with tools, with experience. But I do miss the beach islands, and I think that by the time my little sidekick Adora gets to the stage that, swimming is a factor, I want to be on a beach island. And so, but I want a cheap one. I want something almost like Gensan, but more islandy. So, and I've already got a few people who want me on their blog. So that's going to give me a reason to tour around the islands and maybe spend a week in Dumaguete and meet the old timers that are there. But I definitely can't see myself living in Dumaguete. I don't want to live among a bunch of the expats. I mean, even though I get along with almost every expat I've met, there's a few like the fake doctor from Canada and shit like that. But I mean, the reality is those people are messed up. They're there for their own reasons, and it's not to be cool. It's because they're either fleeing something over here, or they actually, like some people say in their blogs, the Westerners that go there tend to be socially inept with other Westerners. So that's fine. I understand that. And no hate. It's just observation, right? But, well, happy birthday to me. Look forward to some birthday wishes in the comments if there is any. And always look forward to your mailbag questions. Feel free to ask me anything you want to know about the Philippines. And because I'm going back in late August, hopefully not September 1st, but it could be, I know a lot of folks that I've been chatting with in the blogs. I've already said I might go to Thailand for 2 weeks first. So if anybody wants to get in on that adventure, it's a great way to tour Thailand with someone who, I love Thailand. I know Pattaya very well. And it's not for the tourism of the sex. I mean, I'll show you those streets, and people have seen my blogs. They know that I stay near them. But I'm doing elephants. I'm doing fun adventures that I got kind of sabotaged on this year when I was there in December. So, because my biggest reason to go there is to spend a few days with the elephants, to be honest. Because I mean, I prefer that kind of unique experiences. I mean, you can get girls anywhere. I mean, there's no shortage of them in the Philippines. There's no shortage of them in Cambodia. Well, I mean, there was for me, but that's because I don't speak Cantonese. But no, it's one of these things where if anyone wants to get involved, send me an email and show project 2024 or the show project. I think it's just show project 2024 at Gmail. And I will give you some of the itinerary. And if you want to join in, especially if you're here in Canada, I fly out of Ottawa. So I've got 2 Newfoundlanders and an Albertan who are going to fly into Ottawa. So we all fly out together. So, and there's still some seats available on those flights. So if you want to get involved and travel as a group, maybe you've been too shy, maybe you don't have the kind of friends who will go with you, make new friends. Make new friends, friend. You know what I mean? I'm very friendly. So, like, follow, subscribe, share, please and thank you. I'd love to see this get up to at least back up to the 1,000 followers before I go back. I'm kind of disappointed it fell so far for posting for a month. Like I lost 400 subscribers. So obviously those were either just bot subscribers or it was over there. It was over there. So as you see, I've cleaned up the presentation a bit. It's not junky. It's not wonky. It's not running around. And yeah, so I'm gonna keep this under the 20-minute mark because I know people don't like them long. That's why shorts do so well. So again, like, follow, subscribe, share. Ciao.